Welcome to Speak English Now podcast with your host, Georgiana, the podcast that will help you to speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks.
Hi everyone, I'm Georgiana, founder of SpeakEnglishPodcast.com. My mission is to help you to speak English fluently. In this episode, I'll recommend you some of my favorite TV shows that will help you with your English. I'll give you some useful tips on how to use Netflix to improve your English. And later, you'll practice your English speaking with an exciting mini-story. Alright, let's start. Netflix has changed the way we spend our free time. We spend a lot more time watching our favorite TV shows, so why not use all this time to speed up the way we'll learn English too? English language TV shows can quickly introduce you to authentic English and can help you keep you motivated and entertained as you learn. So in today's episode, I'll let you know how watching TV can help you improve your language skills. You'll stop feeling guilty about watching TV. The next time your friends ask you what you did all weekend, you can proudly say that you spent all weekend watching TV. Here's what you can do while you're watching a TV show in English. Always choose an English show which you're interested in watching, and always use subtitles in English. To make it easier for you, start watching TV series which you've already watched in your own language. Since you already know the plot, you'll spend more time focusing on the language. Practice listening to different accents. The more you listen to different accents, the easier you'll understand them. Remember to use subtitles in English. And because there are so many series worth watching nowadays, it's hard to choose. So I'll start recommending my favorite series that can also help you improve your speaking and to learn new vocabulary in English. Let's start with science fiction. Star Trek: The Next Generation begins with the Enterprise D crew tested by an omnipotent being known as Q. After successfully solving the mystery and avoiding disaster, the crew continues on their mission to explore strange new worlds, to go where no man has gone before. On the other hand, Star Trek Discovery follows Starfleet's travels in its quest to explore new planets and new life forms. It explores the war between the Federation and Klingon while following the crew of USS Discovery. Although it's hard to compare these two amazing series, I could mention that you'll find better special effects and much more action in the Star Trek Discovery series. I guess I like them both mainly because they're so different. Let's continue with drama. Mad Men is a drama about one of New York's most prestigious advertising agencies in the early 1960s, focusing on one of the firm's most talented advertising executives, Donald Draper. I simply love this series. The costumes, the makeup, the hair, the sets, it's all a work of art. Let's continue with Ozark, which is a dark and twisted series, and after every success, it seems that there's a failure. The main character flees Chicago with his family to escape a drug cartel, though to his surprise, he finds a drug cartel in his new home in Missouri. And although many people could compare this series with Breaking Bad, I consider Ozark to be unique. Let's continue with Suits, which focuses on Mike Ross, who's a brilliant college dropout, and begins working with Harvey Spencer, one of the New York City top lawyers, forming a winning team. The series is very entertaining and can help you improve your English since it's easy to follow. Plus, the actor's pronunciation is very clear. I'll continue with House of Cards, which is one of the best series ever produced. It's about a congressman named Francis Underwood who begins to take revenge on those he feels have betrayed him. Together with his wife Claire, they take Washington by storm. This series is certainly one of my favorite. Most of all, I love the main character played by Kevin Spacey. And my favorite TV show is called Outlander, which is based upon author Diana Gabaldon's historical time travel book series of the same name, and tells the story of Claire Randall, a combat nurse, who is mysteriously dragged in time until 1743, when she's forced to marry Jamie Fraser, a young Scottish warrior. Although it's my favorite series, I only recommend it if you have an advanced level of English. Let's continue with comedy. The Good Place is about 4 people and their common enemy from the other world who struggle in the afterlife to define what it means to be good. It's a very funny series, and the dialogues are easy to understand. I'll continue with Mozart in the Jungle, set in New York, where a daring new maestro takes over the New York Symphony while young oboist Haley waits for her big chance. This show is fresh and sarcastic. It's beautiful because of the performance, the music, and the genius of Rodrigo the maestro. Let's continue with Silicon Valley, which follows the struggle of Richard Hendricks, a Silicon Valley engineer trying to build his own company called Pied Piper. I've been very impressed with this series since I saw the pilot episode. A lot of laughs, very precise for the freaky world of programmers, and characters are normal. And the last series I want to recommend is The Marvelous Miss Maisel, which focuses on Miriam Maisel, an energetic and sharp Jewish girl whose perfect life is turned upside down when her husband suddenly leaves her for another woman. It's when she accidentally stumbles upon the stage of a comedy club and soon discovers her comedy skills. And now I'm gonna tell a story, but with questions. I use this technique in my courses. It's very effective. This is how it works. First, I give some information. Listen to it carefully. After that, I start asking questions. After every question, there will be a few seconds of silence. It's your turn to give a quick answer in English. The answer can be short, yes, no, a name, etc. After a moment of silence, I will provide a correct answer. The goal after some practice is to be able to answer quickly and automatically. Here are some helpful hints. You can check the transcript if needed. Pause the audio to answer if necessary. Give short and easy answers quickly. It's better to give a short and quick answer than a complicated and hesitant one. And it's okay if you answer with just one or a few words. Don't worry about making mistakes. You'll always hear the correct answer after the question. Try to answer out loud most of the time. When you listen for the first time and the question seems too complicated, it's okay to listen without answering. Sometimes the questions may seem very easy. They are designed like that on purpose, to build the foundations of your English. The point is not only knowing it, but automating it. Let's get started. Jamie's biggest hobby is watching TV. Does Jamie have a hobby? Yes, Jamie's favorite hobby is watching TV. Does Jamie like TV? Yes, he likes TV. In fact, watching TV is his favorite hobby. What's Jamie's favorite hobby? Eating fries? No. Jamie's favorite hobby is not eating fries. His favorite hobby is watching TV. Who watches TV as a hobby? Jamie. Jamie watches TV as a hobby. What's Jamie's favorite hobby? Watching TV. Jamie's favorite hobby is watching TV. He watches 88 programs a week. Does Jamie watch any programs? Yes, Jamie watches some programs. In fact, he watches 88 programs a week. How many programs does he watch? 88. Jamie watches 88 programs a week. What kind of programs? Radio programs? No, not radio. They are television programs. Does Jamie watch 88 programs a month? No, not a month. He watches them every week. Who watches the programs? Jamie. Jamie watches them. He has a TV in every room in his house. Does Jamie have a TV at home? Yes, Jamie has TVs at home. He has one in each room. What does Jamie have? Radios? No, not radios. Jamie has a TV in every room in his house. Where does Jamie have the TVs? In every room. He has them in every room. Does he only have them in the kitchen? No. He has one in each room. Where are Jamie's rooms? At home. The TVs are in the rooms, and the rooms are in his house. In the dining room, he has 4 TVs, and he watches 4 channels at the same time. Does Jamie have 5 TVs in the dining room? No, not 5. Jamie has 4 TVs. Does Jamie have 4 TVs in the kitchen? No, not in the kitchen. He has 4 of them in the dining room. Where does he keep them? In the dining room. Jamie keeps them in the dining room. He also watches 4 channels at the same time. Jamie watches so much TV because he's a TV critic. What is Jamie's job? He's a TV critic. He works as a television critic. That's his job. What's Jamie? An astronaut? No, he's not an astronaut. He's a television critic. Why does Jamie watch so much TV? Because he's a television critic. Is he a television critic? Yes. Jamie watches TV for many hours because he's a television critic. That's his job. All right. This is the end of this mini story. This technique can help you improve your English fluency. With the questions and answers, you'll automate your speech because you'll translate less and less in your mind. If you like these types of lessons, check out my English courses at courses.speakenglishpodcast.com. You have hours of mini stories with professional audio and text. Honestly, I think it's the best way to get excellent spoken English. Alright, this episode ends right here. I'll be back next week with a new episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com. speakenglishpodcast.com.